on right here is called a simulation where it's called the Moving Man. It's got two parts to it that you're going to need to take a look at. One is the actual worksheet you're going to fill out, and one is the simulation. So let's take a look at the simulation first. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to get it to work, so let's just go ahead and see what happens here. I hit play, and you'll notice that down in the lower left it brought up this little warning message. What you want to do is hit keep. Okay, so it's downloading, it's been there. Now, students have had problems in the past with getting it to just open from here, so what I recommend we do is we just go show in Finder. So all I did was click on the little arrow on the side, say show in Finder, and this works every time. If it worked for you, then great, but this is the way to get around it. It should show up right away in your downloads folder, and then what you're going to do is right click or command click on it, and you're just going to click open. As soon as you do that, it'll say, do you sure you want to run this? And the answer is yes. Yes, we do. Okay, you should see the little Java window pop up down in your toolbar. Give it a couple minutes, and then it's going to open up on our desktop. Now, while that's running in the background, here it goes. I'm going to hit run. While that's doing, I'm going to get the actual worksheet set up so that we can follow that through. You know what? Let's just skip that for the time being. All right, where'd Moving Man go? There he is. All right, so I don't know if you're familiar with the rapper Lil Dicky, but I feel that that's what he looks like. So this is what we're going to work on here. You can move the position bar back and forth. You can adjust the slider, hit play, and have the little man work back and forth however you would like. And so that's what we are going to be working with here today. We can go to this one as well. So you'll notice I just do introduction, then I hit the charts tab, and what that does is bring up the graphs. Now we are only concerned with the position graph, and the new one, which is what we're going to be talking about, is called the velocity graph. We don't care so much about the acceleration graph, so to get rid of that, all I did was hit this little negative sign, that little red box, and it goes away. And you can do things where you can move the slider. In order for this to work, you have to have the play button on. You can always clear it and go back to normal. So we're going to use the graphs here to help us understand what's going on with the motion and how the graphs, we can read them that way. So we spent some time with the position versus time. Today we're focusing on the idea of a velocity versus time. Now the questions I'd like you to answer are right here in this Google Slides presentation. The reason we did Google Slides is so that you'd be able to draw on it pretty easily. Now I do note that you can work with one other person on this assignment, so not a group of 3, not a group of 4. You know the groups that you are that always try and work as groups of 4. We're going to just do a group of with a partner. So what I recommend is maybe one of you has the presentation worksheet here open, and the other person has the simulation open, and you could work that way with it. But as you go through, just if you want to answer it, the first page here is just kind of showing you what to do, and if you didn't know where the link was. Then when we get here, to answer your questions, you can click right in the text box and you can start typing your answers as follows. Don't type like that, actually type words that would make sense, and we're going to go that way. Okay, as we scroll down into some of the other, here we go. And I'm going to ask you to draw, like here's one, draw an example of what the moving man moving backwards would be. And in case you're not too familiar with Google Slides, this is how you would do it. You just come up here to line, and if you click on that, what you can then do is you can just draw right on the graphic. If you want to draw another line, you click on it and you can draw like that. To change, if those are a little too thin for you, if you want to change them and make them thicker or anything like that, click on the line, and then you can come up here with the options. You can make it thicker. I think you can even change the color like so, and then you can make your line pop quite well. Now, each person in the class is going to have their own copy, so it won't say FET Moving Man up here. It should say your name, then it'll say FET Moving Man. When you're all done, since it's already linked in Google Classroom, you don't have to like save anything or anything like that. You just got to go into the assignment and actually mark it as turned in. So that's that. Hopefully this video helped you out.